Once you have completed at least two forms of stage one pre-writing, you can move into stage two. Stage two is writing the controlling idea and organizing and developing support. The controlling idea in an essay is called the thesis statement, and in a paragraph, it is called a topic sentence. We will be covering in much more detail information about thesis statements. What you might remember from your previous courses and you will need to know right at the beginning of this course is that the controlling idea is exactly what it sounds like. It is a statement that not only tells the reader what they will find in your essay or paragraph, but it tells you, the writer, what you need to include and in what order. In stage two, you will begin developing your controlling idea in order to begin organizing and developing the ideas you generated in stage one. One of the best methods to accomplish this is to write a detailed outline. Whether you type it or write it by hand is up to you. What's important is that you are being as detailed as possible. Well, what does an outline look like? To begin your outline, write your controlling idea at the top. If you are not yet sure what you want your controlling idea to say, that's okay. You can start with the body. In either case, it's important to note that your controlling idea can be changed at any time. Just because you write it down does not mean it is set in stone. Up until the moment you submit an assignment, it can be revised, and this certainly includes your thesis. Your thesis should do three things: introduce your topic, make a point about your topic, and provide reasons in support of your point. Your reason statement in your thesis will later turn into the main points you will address in your body paragraphs and become the Roman numerals in your outline. You may choose to begin your outline with your intro paragraph rather than jumping into the body. Either method is okay. Once you have your reasons, you can begin to fully develop your ideas. You need to explain each reason in depth, provide evidence in support of your reason, and then explain how your evidence supports your reason. Many of these ideas, your points and reasons about the topic, are what you generated in stage one. In stage two, it is totally normal to realize that you need more information in parts. Better to see that early on in the process than as you are drafting. It's also where you will be more deliberately gathering golden lines and paraphrasing texts. In my outline, I have included placeholders. Yours should be filled in with the actual ideas, although a placeholder outline can be a great place to start. Knowing what parts you need to include is as valuable as what you will say in those parts, but once you have your placeholders, you need to begin filling them in. This doesn't mean complete ideas. It means you fill it in with enough information that helps you remember exactly what you want to say for each item. Another thing to keep in mind before I show you a sample outline is this. While we do our best to create as complete an outline as possible, you will almost always generate new ideas as you draft. This is good. I want you to be constantly thinking and generating ideas as you draft. It is in the later stage that you will determine which of the ideas you included should stay and whether or not any should be removed. Okay, so here's an example of an outline that I've generated. It is about movies, specifically about science fiction movies. Take a moment to read through it. I know there's a lot. Your outlines may or may not be written in sentences. In this case, it is. Notice how each level allows you to develop your ideas more fully. It is very important that you allow space to explain your ideas to readers. Once you've developed your outline, you can move on to stage 3.